live. It said we were live, but it wasn't live. So we're going to have to back up everybody. And welcome everyone again. Yeah, now I have people watching. I'm like, what's going on here? I apologized. It clicked and said live, but it didn't go red. So everyone, welcome to the ranch. We are streaming across 7 platforms. We were streaming across no platforms like 10 seconds ago. It's so funny. We're both here early. No tech problems. Sound check, and boom, it doesn't go.
Well, that wraps up our interview. It was nice. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming. Here we go.
Definitely plans.
Oh, that's so funny. So if you're watching, please, feel free to interject and, tell me your latest tech problem. That'd be great.
Well, I tell you, for the first 5 minutes, I was on fire. So I don't know if I can repeat myself here, but I'll do my best.
We were talking about San Francisco, California. I love California. I recorded there initially my first album in Santa Monica, but he's way north in San Francisco. And how he's not a surfer, it's so un-Californian, like you said, but you're close to wine country and different places.
Yes, there's a lot of diversity out here. I was mentioning, we got the wine country, Lake Tahoe to go ski, down south, go to Monterey, Carmel. And one of my favorite places, just if I want to get away from it all, just go over the hill and I'm on the ocean. And you just kind of feel the stress leave your body. And there's, it's a long state, so there are a lot of different beaches and varieties, from lighthouses to tide pools and just natural landscapes. So it's just one of our favorite places to go. And I think I was mentioning I wrote a song called Highway 1, which speaks to just that. You go from north of San Francisco down. And so a lot of my videos incorporate the ocean just because it's easily accessible.
Right. And your videos, such varied landscape. I mean, you probably turn one direction video, turn another direction, you could do another video.
Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate. Almost all of my videos are somewhere in the California area. I've got a few, and I went to Nashville and some other places, but most, I don't know how you are, Randie, but when a song kind of comes together, I have a vision in my mind, whether it's good or bad. And, I kind of have in mind, I'm a visual person. So I envision how I'll make a storyboard, how I kind of want the video to go to hopefully kind of represent the song. And it doesn't always pan out, but again, tapping into the areas that we have here. Why not?
I know. I love doing video. I love shooting video. And when I write a song, I don't write it for a video, but I'm like you. I write the song and I'm like, wow, I know how I want this video to go.
Sure.
It's like I need train tracks, or I need a playground, or I need, something that I'm going to shoot with. Exactly.
And it's a fun process to see it all come together. And sometimes it's just kind of the video makes itself. I have a general idea, but as the lyrics come together, and it just, it's not like I'm directing it. I'm sort of just following along with how the story unfolds.
Right. So you're in California with this varied landscape of Monterey and the bay there and all the fish and why country when you're out in California? What brought you country?
That is an excellent question.
Why I ask?
I love almost all types of music. I wouldn't categorize myself as pure country. I've been asked that, what's your style? And I've always kind of stumbled with, well, what is my style? And I think I've just resolved myself to, I don't want to box myself in. I like to think I just write organically, and whatever comes, however others want to define it, I hope they like it, but I'm not going to set out saying, okay, I want to be country or I want to be pop. I just write. I think, and I'd love to hear what you have to say, I think there's an element of country in across so many genres, just the storytelling aspect, and even like the chord progression. So there's definitely a component of country in my music, but I wouldn't say I'm pure country. I just appreciate it. You know, I grew up listening to the Eagles and John Mellencamp and sort of rock country, but
Hmm.
I've always had an appreciation just for great music.
And country has changed and evolved in what they're calling country.
Yeah, well, nowadays, modern country, today's country, hot country, country on the ranch. So there you go, shout out. Uh, yeah, I think. Uh,
Uh-oh. You were losing you. Uh-oh.
ah,
It's gonna be one
can
of those.
you
We were so
can,
prepared a half hour ago.
can you hear me or see me?
You're back. You froze for a little. Okay, we're back.
Okay, okay. We'll try to get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both Randy and I, we were here like 30 minutes beforehand. We were talking how we like to be early box checkers, just make sure everything's in order, you know, best laid plans, and you just got to roll with it.
That's it. That's it. When you're shooting a video, it
Yeah.
doesn't always go the way you
Whoop.
want. When you're writing in the studio, it doesn't always go the way you want.
Yeah,
You just
so
roll with
so
it and
that's
make it
my
part of the song.
that is my country response to that great question.
And it's a good response. It's a good response. Because it seems like you do have a lot of country in your soul, and it's what resonates. But it,
Yeah, I would say, how can you not appreciate country? You know, it's everyday life, everyday Americana. You know, relationships and heartbreak, and I mean that's universal. So, like I said, it makes sense that it bleeds into all aspects and all genres.
and I really do appreciate that this day that you could find country almost in every genre. I mean, rap country, you know, it's now everywhere. You know,
I haven't been that exposed to rap country, but I'm going to look it up afterwards. After this interview, you've kind of piqued my interest.
oh yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. They're winning awards too.
Wow.
Of Little Nash. And they're adding some rap elements and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff.
Very cool. All right.
So.
I'm gonna. Oh,
Okay.
are we having bad connection?
It's glitching a little bit, but you're back. You're good. It just glitched a little, so we're just gonna work through it. You know, if you're just joining us, we did have a problem even connecting. I thought we were connected, but we weren't connected. So we are now, but it seems to be, again, I'm bringing music from all over the world, and we're going across to California. And sometimes I think if there's a storm in between, you know, things glitch a little bit. That's my working theory, and I'm rolling with that. So
okay, we'll try. I won't move. We'll stay here and see if we can have a good connection.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we hear one of your songs?
Okay, let's do it.
Tell me about In Your Life.
In Your Life. So that was a fun one to make. I went up to the top of Mount Diablo in town at the Devil's Mountain translation. I think the message of the song there is, you know, we all experience highs and lows in life and good times and bad times, and you just kind of have to embrace it all. We have an expression in our household, the acronym YOLO, you only live once. And really the message is, you know, appreciate the good times, embrace the bad times, you learn from it all, and just live life, you know, laugh, live, and love. And so that's really the essence of that song.
Oh, those are great words to live by. Let's give this a listen.
Through the highs and the lows, that's just how life goes. One day you're flying above it all, and the next thing you know, all that ground below, it's getting closer as you fall. And the moments in between, and all you felt and seen, how you spend your precious dime. So go out, live and love, give and grow all the the above. Make the most of this time in your life. Hey, yeah, in your life. Go that extra mile when you're tired. Tell yourself you're meant to thrive. And those peaks and valleys are where times are most extreme. It's also when we're most alive. Celebrate the birthday of a loved one. Lay some flowers on the grave. Be that shoulder for someone to lean on. Find your brave. Through the highs and the lows, that's just how it goes. One day you're flying above it all, then the next thing you know, hold that ground below. It's getting closer as you fall, and the moments in between, and all you felt and seen, how you spend your precious dime. So go laugh, live and love, give and grow, all the above. Make the most of this time in your life. Hey, yeah, in your life. Come on now. All these moments in your day, your life is on display. What's your legacy gonna be? So go laugh, live and love, give and grow, all the above. Make your mark for all to see. Oh, in your life. Hey, yeah, in your life. How you gonna define your life?
All right, and we're back on the ranch. We're here with Rocky Michaels. That was In Your Life. What an awesome video that went across 7 platforms. Now we're
Woo.
having a little technical glitches here and there, but we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it, and so much good stuff happening in that video, man. And I have this thing with heights, so I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, my parents were not too excited about some of the video shots that I took there, but that was a lot of fun. And I'll let you in a little secret. It's amazing what you can do with a smartphone and a tripod. I was actually there all by myself, and I set up the tripod. I did different shots and did some video editing. And again, the landscape was pretty nice. It was a clear day, and but the message again, hopefully, what resonates is the highs and the lows, and just kind of embrace it all. Live life as best you can.
Right. Not everything is going to go the way that you want it to go. You know,
Right.
and
No, of course, yeah, and
if
you
you
have to
get caught
accept
up
that.
worrying about it, you're not going to live your life. You know.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
so try to be mindful of that. That's a
Yeah.
great message there. I'd appreciate.
Yeah, I'm hearing feedback again. Just make sure you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Billy really liked the video.
Oh,
He's clapping.
thank you, Billy.
And again, this is interactive, y'all. So let me know where you're watching from. Always like to hear from you. Any feedback, any questions that you have for us on the ranch. We'd love to hear from you. I know we got some people watching. Some are on YouTube, some are on Facebook. So we got them all over the place. That's good because
All
country
right.
music is everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
There was some country in that last song. I can
Oh,
admit that.
that's not a
So
bad thing. That's good.
no, not at all.
And
So
I'll tell you, my first, I don't know how many videos were me jumping around in front of a smartphone or a camera and, you know, having fun, like pretending nobody was watching.
it's amazing the technology we have today at our fingertips where you can do that. And even with song recording, the producers in Nashville, I'll give a shout out to Stacy Hogan, uh, but I've never met him in person. With electronic files, I will send a scratch audio to him. We'll talk about it. We'll kind of massage it. When I'm comfortable with it, he'll hire some session musicians, sends it back to me. I lay my vocals. Sometimes I'll lay a piano track. I send it back to him, and this is all done via WAV files and
Mhm.
MP3. So we couldn't do that, 10 years ago. So it's one of the
Wow.
nice things about modern technology.
It really does expand your reach and it helps you with connect with more like-minded people, which is important.
Absolutely. Yeah, it brings us all a little closer in that level. And it also increases the independence that we have as independent artists. We can do more. We don't have to rely as much on major labels. No disrespect to the major labels, but it gives more power and control in the hands of the independent artists. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's why we're such a growing force, the indie market, because now with limited resources, we can produce quality, radio ready songs. And that's a game changer.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Yeah,
not
the
major
whole,
studios. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, the music landscape has definitely changed with technology. So technology, as we've seen, can be good and bad depending on whether it's working or not.
If
So
it's working, it's actually fabulous. When it's not,
yeah, we do
well,
become pretty dependent on technology. So
yeah,
that's part of the package.
right. It's part of the deal. So I mean, you can't ignore your global audience.
That's another thing too. We can reach, we can truly have a global reach because of technology. And you put your songs out on streaming services, whether it's Spotify or Apple or Pandora, and you can instantly reach a global audience. So uh, it's fun to kind of check the analytics. If I have a song release, and I always like to go and see, wow, it's playing in Belgium or or some of these places. And it's like, my goodness, how do they find me there? But um, it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I just did that, and United States was number one for a while. It wasn't. It was Brazil, and I'm like,
Brazil.
they're speaking Portuguese. Like I don't even know, but it
You
is the coolest thing.
you may need to make a road trip down there.
Oh, I've been there.
Oh, you have?
I have 2016. I was there for the Olympics, actually.
I thought you were going to say you were surfing down there.
I was, and I came back
You
with a concussion.
I
I
knew
was
it. I
trying to
knew it.
leave that out. I was trying to leave that out. I had a major concussion. It was Olympics were over,
Oh,
and I thought I'd get another day of surfing in, and then I get walloped. They had to carry me out of the water.
ooh, boy. Scary.
Yeah, I couldn't read for
Wow.
a year. I mean, I'm laughing now, but I could not read for a year. I couldn't track like anything. I think my
Oh my
brain was just
goodness.
not processing.
Wow, well, I'm glad you're all better. That sounds pretty intense.
Oh, Paul's with us, and he's actually projecting the show. I think that's kind of scary. And I hope there's so he's actually
Oh my
projecting
goodness.
a large screen. So he says hello.
Hey, Paul. Thanks for coming on here. I'm curious everywhere where you're all from. So
You guys
I'm here
chime
in
in
San
where you're
Francisco.
watching from. We got a few people watching. Let us know where you are. I'll tell
All
you, Paul
right.
is in New Jersey. So
Jersey. Okay.
I should know where you are. You've told me enough. But
Who,
Billy
Paul or
knows.
me?
No, Billy. This one, Billy's watching, and
Oh,
I think he's Midwest, but he's going to be mad at me for not remembering. Sorry,
that's
Billy.
okay.
It's a technical glitch from my concussion.
Oh boy.
Why do I thinking you're Midwest, Billy? That is so funny. The East Coast is representing today.
East Coast. Okay. Well, let's see if we have any West Coasters here.
Yeah. Where else? We have a few other people watching. Let us know where you're calling. Let's see if we can get someone from the West Coast commenting here.
Yeah. So, but it's great to all connect with everyone from your different places. Thank you for joining in, and it's fun. I appreciate what you do, Randie. You've got some great content, and
Are you kidding me? I have fun. I mean, this is like a good time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to meet other artists.
It is, and again, I'm going to share we have a couple of things in common. We run in similar groups with Big Records with Isa, and we were both Isa Video of the Year bronze winner. And the song coming up is his bronze. The Best Part of Living was your bronze winning song.
Yeah, that was. I was honored, and congrats to you as well. That particular song was just kind of a sweet, upbeat, kind of a couple song that my wife was very generous to be in. But I'll share. This song took on special meaning because that we filmed that, or it was released last October, and she wasn't really feeling well at the time, but she was a trooper, a stud, and you'll see in the video in a moment, we had a nice day at the beach. It turns out a few weeks later, she was diagnosed with cancer, appendix cancer. And fast forward a year, and she had major surgery, multiple organs removed, big chemo wash, but she's doing great. And so, prognosis is great. But I say all this because when I look back at that particular song and video, The Best Part of Living, we didn't know it at the time, what was going on with her. And it also just speaks to, life can be crappy sometimes. So you really have to focus on the positives. And I think that's the message of that song. Just focus on the positives around.
Oh man, what a story. And you guys hanging in there together. That's really special.
Yeah.
She's it's right great. After filming, and this is a real special message in this song too. So let's watch this video. The Best Part of Living.
Brighten up my everyday. I've got my health and I've got a family, and I've got faith that everything will be okay. And all throughout the colors of the seasons, there's inspiration everywhere I see. But everything, it all leads back to you now. Just all you are is everything to me. You're the sweet melody that I'm hearing, lifts me up when I'm feeling down. And you're the gentle ocean breeze that I'm feeling, kisses on my skin all around. You're a snuggle in a bed kind of morning, on a cold and lazy winter of a day. And you're a golden sunset dropping down from heaven, in a picture-perfect moment kind of way. You're the best part of living. walking by the creek down to the river, stepping back and taking in the view, setting there in almost pure perfection. But it'd never be as good here without you. 'Cause you're the exclamation to our story, and you're the explanation for this song. Traveling through life with all its glory, it's you that's been my blessing all along. Hear the sweet melody that I'm hearing, lifts me up when I'm feeling down. And you're the gentle ocean breeze that I'm feeling, the kisses on my skin all around. You're a snuggle in a bed kind of morning, on a cold and lazy winter of a day. You're a golden sunset dropping down from heaven, in a picture-perfect moment kind of way. You're the best part of living. You're the cherry topping on that ice cream sundae, making everything that's good better yet. You're the whole memory that keeps me smiling, the kind I don't wanna ever forget. You're the best part of living, best part of living.
Ah, that was great.
Thank you. That was that's actually, there's so many beaches on the coast. That's actually, I think, my favorite beach. So if anyone's in California, it's a little north of Half Moon Bay, but it's called the Gray Whale State Beach. And there's a little parking lot. You have to cross the highway, and you go down about 150 steps. But it's just fun, as you can kind of see. It's really scenic and not a whole lot of people there. So that was where we shot that video.
Oh, that is it. To find a beach where there's not a whole lot of people is an act, you know.
Yeah,
So
but
doing.
it worked out well. So yeah, that's thank you for sharing. That's best part of living.
Well, now you talked about this song, and then you actually had issues, you know, with the cancer and everything in your wife, and you didn't even know that when you wrote this song. What's your process for writing songs?
My process for writing songs is kind of all over the place. I'm curious how it is for you. I can't really sit down and say, okay, I'm going to allocate 2 hours and write the song. I can try. I just don't want to force the issue. So I never know when inspiration will come to me. Sometimes it's in the middle of the night and I wake up and I have to make a little audio recording on my phone or write something down, because the next morning I'll inevitably forget it, or I'll be driving in the car, I'll be, doing something. So I never know when, where, and what type of inspiration will find me. But I try to just be open-minded, and then when I'm feeling something, I will run with it. And the other thing I'll say is I have a stockpile of melodies and partial, melodies and progressions, and I have another stockpile of themes. They don't always mesh, but every now and then I'll pick something up that, with my audio recordings, and I just try to ask myself, what am I feeling? What emotions does it evoke? Is it a dark song? I don't have a whole lot of dark songs. Is it a happy song? Is it a romantic song? And I
So
will
you're
go over.
starting with a melody, you're starting with the music, and then you're backing in lyrics.
Often, sometimes I have a theme. I have a theme in mind, and I try to go to the guitar or the piano, and I'll say, okay, what melody do I hear to fit this theme? So it's
Okay.
I'm an equal opportunity employer. Sometimes it's melody, sometimes it's lyrics, whatever jumps out at me. I don't know. How is it for you?
I start with lyrics always. I've only written one song where my keyboard player is like, listen to this. And I added lyrics to it. But I'm almost always starting with lyrics.
Yeah. I don't think there's a wrong way.
Yeah, wow.
There are many
No.
different ways to slice it up. So whatever works. So I mean, I've listened to you've got some great songs. So keep doing it if it's working for you.
It did change. My whole process did change after the concussion. I will say that.
Oh
Um,
boy.
I
For
literally
the
started
better?
writing. I don't know for better. I wrote in a different key. No lie, I wrote in a whole different key. I could only write in short spurts, and it really changed my process around. And I
Well,
have stuck with
interesting.
that process. Yeah, I mean, something was loose and rewired itself, but
Yeah.
so,
Wow. Well, yeah, if it works for you, I mean, I'm
yeah.
sorry for the circumstance, but that's more power to you for being able to, continue to express your creativity.
Yeah, sometimes you got to pivot. If it's not working one way,
Pivot.
pivot, do it
It's a
somewhere
friend.
else.
It's a Friends reference. We used to love the TV show Friends. So there's a great scene. Whenever somebody says pivot, I always think of Ross and Friends. Pivot. I don't know if you've I may be dating myself, but we have
Well,
lots of Friends references in our family.
there's a friend for me. It's a COVID reference because my superintendent would get on the phone and he's like, "We're gonna pivot to this," and everyone would go, "Oh, shut up! Nobody, we don't want to do anything." Like he's constantly changing what we had to do, and he was pivoting, and by the end of it all, it was like, I don't ever want to hear that again. So.
Yes, that's funny how
But it's
words
true.
can.
Yeah, get associated with different things. So
Yeah. Um, so, so thank you for sharing that song. That was also a fun one to make, and not only did my wife star in it, but when I was up on the rocks, I said, "Hey, do you mind just taking the video?" So she wore a lot of different hats that day.
I learned along the lines, like people are willing to jump in the middle of videos. Like if you go, "Hey guys, I need a crowd," people are just willing to like be hams and mill about and stuff. I've gotten a little
I
bolder with that.
I think it's exciting. I have another video where I was just asking for some volunteers, to hold up signs, and nobody turned me down. They were so they had no idea who Rocky Michaels was. I mean, but they were just excited at the idea of somebody's making a music video. In fact, there was a tour bus of tourists, and they saw me with my lights and a camera and my guitar, and they started taking pictures of me, and they had no idea who I was. They were hoping I was, they were hoping I was Tim McGraw or somebody like that. I think just the idea of seeing a music video being created is exciting in and of itself.
Right. People love that. And everyone is so accessible to camera. Everyone's getting more used to being on camera. You don't hear, "No, don't take my picture." Nobody says that anymore. It's like, get a good shot, use a filter, like everyone's becoming like camera savvy.
Exactly. And oh, you're taking a video. I can't wait to see it on Facebook later.
Yeah. Where can I find it? Where can I find it?
Exactly.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, how did you find your producer? And I know you're doing it kind of, you're transferring files and stuff. How did you find them? How did you connect? Because for our audience, I try to instill upon them how important a producer is. It's like next to your marriage, this is another type of marriage, with your producer. So how did you find it?
I'm finding it to be a world of difference. When I started a few years ago, I was just I had written all these songs, and they were, old school. I'd had them on a piece of paper, and they were just sort of collecting dust on the shelf. But then a couple of years ago, I thought, I really want to put them out there just in case something happens to me. Whoops, let me get rid of this. Uh, so I used Logic Pro software, which is sort of a music editing software, and I was dabbling a bit, but I don't know about you. I don't want to be spending my time, you know, editing and going through the technical mixing, and I just want to play music. I want to write music. That's kind of my lane. So I started Googling, local producers. Um, I went through a couple different producers. The most recent one I mentioned, Stacey Hogan. Uh, I somehow, the web of the internet landed me on him, and we had some conversation. And um, I'm so eternally grateful to the quality that they can provide, and putting up with me as well. So it's just been a great relationship, and just really so much credit goes to him for
Well,
what
how'd
he's
you
doing.
find him? If he was on digital, how'd you find him? How'd you reach out?
The internet. I was looking for producers, and then I couldn't find any locally that seemed to be a compatible fit. So then I think I Googled, I don't know, online producers. I didn't know, this was a couple of years ago, and I landed on a couple names. I see their body of work a little bit. Um, so that's the beauty of the internet. You can kind of navigate through, kind of down the rabbit hole, and like I said, I'm grateful to have found him, and uh, so we'll see what the future holds.
Oh, so far so good. I mean, it's really sounding good. Um, and each song that I do is produced differently. Adds different pieces and different flares, and I hear that with your music too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some songs. I grew up playing the piano, and I only learned guitar later. Um, so I have, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know when motivation or inspiration will hit me, but sometimes it might be a piano song, sometimes it might be a guitar, it might be a slow ballad, it might be an upbeat, energetic song. Uh, and so when I'm shaping typically when I get to 10 songs, I wrap it in an album. The only thing that I try to consciously do is have a little bit of variety. I'll have a mix of piano songs and guitar songs, and
Mhm.
slow and fast. So they all have a different feel. I mean, there's a common thread among them all, but there's enough distinction between them, and this is the spice of life. It's nice to have a little variety.
Right. You want variety, but they're all living on the same album. So they can't.
Yeah, I haven't yet ventured into rap country, so that's not going to be on my current album. But it still is. Still a singer songwriter, kind of an indie folk singer songwriter. So there's enough similarities, even though there are differences within the similarities. And
Right.
we'll see what inspires me as I go forward. I have a kind of a backlog of songs that I'm thinking of putting out there, and I always question, is it is this a song I want to put out there or not? And I spend a lot of time trying to assess, is this song worthy of being put out there? So I don't know how you feel about that as well.
Well, we talked about this when nobody was listening. Um, how sometimes I can't gauge my own songs. Like the song "Sidewalks." I was like, "Oh, it's okay," but it, especially live, it really resonated with people. So sometimes I'm not even the best judge. Um,
Yeah, in fact, that's a great segue. My latest song that was released end of October is called "An Uncomfortable Truth," and that was it was a little bit of a departure for me. I'm not exactly sure how I came upon it, other than we'll see homeless people every now and then, and so the song was written from the perspective of a homeless person. So it's really kind of has a serious, important tone. I'm very proud of the song, but I didn't think initially it was going to be this widely engaging song.
This is a great song. And the
Well, thank you.
video that goes with it just brings it to life. You know, it
Well,
really does.
thank you so much for sharing that. So the best part of the story is about 2 weeks before it was going to be released, I was on LinkedIn and I noticed there was a project uh, being made about homeless people, a kind of an, a, a number of stories by Dennis Pitoko and Peggy Wilms are co-producing it. So I reached out to Dennis. I said, "Hey, I love what you're doing. I really admire it. By the way, I have this song that's coming out in 2 weeks, and I think it speaks perfectly to what you're trying to convey." And sure enough, they embraced it. It's now going to be the anthem for their project rollout. And so you never know. I guess that's the takeaway message here. You never know how and whether a song is going to be received well. And I think you just still have to be true to yourself and put it out there and be proud of it. And you hope there's engagement, but if not, you've put your heart out there, and you should feel good about that.
You sang your truth, and that's it's an amazing thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this. Let's watch The Uncomfortable Truth.
See you walking down the street, trying not to look at me. Does my appearance keep you away? I might be a tattered one, but you don't know what I've got underneath. As I fight another day, casualty I might be of a downsized economy, or a suffering victim of disease. I might be a broken soul from a broken home, just trying to piece things on my own. But you don't see the forest for the trees. Here I am. Will you even look me in the eye? Can you hear me talking? Will you just keep walking by? Oh, I am you and you are me. Sometimes truth is hard to see. Everybody's got a story full of torn and weathered pages, lots of twists and conflicts to unfold. You can judge me by my cover, but if you took some time to read, a greater tale is waiting to be told. Well, here I am. Do you see me standing here at all? Can you hear me talking? Will you even answer to my call? Oh, I am you and you are me. Sometimes truth is hard to see. 8 billion souls of us now living, and 8 billion reasons we're giving a little of ourselves. Ooh, yeah. For years I kept praying and hoping, but my dreams, they all left me long ago. I'm not bad, but I'm not good at coping anymore. I guess I just wanted you to know. Well, here I am. Somebody please make some time for me. 'Cause I feel you're missing more to my story than you see. Oh, well, I am you and you are me, though it might be comfortable to see. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, yeah. Oh, I'm somebody too. Na 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 na. Oh yeah. Na 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 na, yeah. When you are me, hey. Na 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 na. Yeah 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 yeah. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na.
Oh man, so powerful. So
Thank you. Yeah. That message at the end, small acts of kindness when multiplied by millions can transform the world. So that's a great encapsulation of the message there. You know, we all it doesn't take much. You know, we all just do it what we can, make a little difference, and it can be like a positive contagion. You know, you spread out there.
yeah, and Paul's appreciating. He really likes the song. It's a gift. Thank you for
Oh,
thank you for
thank you,
fostering
Paul.
understanding and compassion with it. I totally agree.
Paul, you
You
made
know?
my day. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I one comment though. McDonald's.
Yes. Well, a couple of things. One, I thought that was sort of like universally recognized. Two,
I saw
you
it
know,
instantly. I saw that. I saw the McDonald's.
although they didn't subsidize it. I didn't get any payback from them. They should for the advertising. Two, it was local. It was in town, and you know, we all had to meet. Those were two actors, and I chose a place where we could all meet that would be somewhat, you know, recognizable. So yeah.
That it was. That it was. Everyone knows it.
It's relatable.
It's relatable.
So no, thank you for sharing the songs.
Yeah.
Billy's,
Well,
you've heard of it, right?
yes, everyone like knows, you know. And I think the message is really clear. You know, the guy coming back and sharing his time. You know, the food's one thing, but he sat there.
Yeah. So part of the script, I kind of have the storyboard. You know, I'm so old school. I use PowerPoints. People are probably laughing now. Are they laughing? But I kind of, every scene was really intentionally made and by design, and I really wanted to show that. And again, just showing, you know, he was about to drive off, and then he's thinking, this poor homeless man's going back to himself. He just helped me out. What can I do? I can buy him a cheeseburger, for crying out loud. It's a small little thing, and spend a few minutes and hear what he had to say. You know, let the homeless person speak and share his story and show his picture. You give a little bit of your time. It's you know, we can all do that.
Right. Right. Doesn't cost anyone to smile and say hi to somebody and
Although
acknowledge them.
it was a few bucks for the cheeseburger, but that aside, the time was free.
Right. Right.
So yeah. Well, thank
so
you.
Rocky, where can we find you? We have a few minutes left. Where can we find you?
Thank you very much. You can always start with my website, which is www.rockymichaelsmusic.com. From there, I have links. Most of my music videos, most of my songs have music videos. So you can always go to YouTube, just type in the search bar Rocky Michaels, and I've got a number of music videos. In fact, song number 30 is scheduled to be released sometime in February. But I'm on Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, although I'm not sure what the future holds there. LinkedIn. Yeah. If anybody wants to, say hi, give me a shout out. I love to hear from you, and I always try to respond. So it's always love to meet people and, engage in conversation.
You have any live shows or some?
I do. I have a link on my my website. I'm a solo performer for now. I'll play guitar or piano. So out here in California, there are a lot of wineries, and it's such a great compatible venue for me to play. So I've been able to do that, and I've got a few shows lined up through January, among other things. Sorry, I'm on my phone. I'm also my own booking agent, so wearing a lot of hats. So I'm always trying to keep the pipeline full, getting into the spring of next year. But anybody in the area, you can go to my website and there's a performance tab. And if you are in the area, I'd love to have you come on by and say hi.
That's always awesome. When someone comes up and says, I saw you on the, here, I watched your videos and things like that. Don't you love when people sing along?
Oh, that would be that's probably the best form of currency, when they know my song well enough that they sing along to the lyrics. So really haven't experienced that other than my immediate family, and they're probably sick of my songs. No, they're great supporters, but I can only imagine. Have you ever experienced that? People knowing your songs well enough and they sing along?
This is a tip. Remember, I have the 2 sing-alongs.
Yes.
What I did is I made a sing-along card, and the sing-along card and the front has my picture and a QR code to my website and all my stuff.
That's a great idea.
And they get to sing along, and it's the best.
I bet, yeah. When they can interact and engage and sort of take ownership of the performance, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Feel free to steal that. That's original too. I came up with it, so feel free.
Okay, I'll play your songs at my next venue then.
I'll send you some sing-along cards. There you go.
All right.
We're finishing up. Oh, Rocky, you've been a lot of fun. Thanks for your patience with some of the tech issues tonight.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure. Sorry about, I don't know what the issues were, but it's a great conversation, and hopefully most of it was captured. And always appreciate you reaching out to the artist community. So thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, I think we had audio steady, but sometimes you were frozen, but I could hear you. Sometimes I might have been. So the audio was there, so that's a good thing.
Okay,
so
good.
We were all good, and I think I didn't see any glitches with the video, so that's the important part.
All right, well, good.
Thank you for everything you do and sharing your time with our friends that were watching. Again, this is Randie O'Neill on the Ranch, and we're on 7 platforms. We're part of Blast Music 24/7. So check them out. There's some other great podcasts going on as well. So again, we're here every Monday, 7 Eastern time. Thank you guys for watching. I'm on the road, don't know where it goes. I'm on the road, follow your heart, it won't let you down. Follow your heart, take the steps beyond your way.